Hi guys and girls, and welcome to another episode of Kook Shed, my own little YouTube channel where I share tips and handy hints and information that I think might come in handy for you regarding surfing, bodyboarding and even some skating sometimes. Pardon me. Today we are going to share a little tip. This is really cool actually. So what happened was I did a little video on a little trick I do with attaching my surfboard leashes to my surfboards, and a guy commented on the video with a cool idea. So I thought I'd share it with you guys, and that's what's cool. That's what I really like about putting ideas like this out on YouTube, is that sometimes you get people who, you know, give constructive, helpful criticism or tips or ideas back, and then I can share them with you. So everyone wins. So in this case, I've written it down. Dom Perpignan. I really hope I'm saying that right, mate. Dom, thank you very much for commenting and adding to the bank of knowledge that we're building here that can help other people with their surfing and with their equipment. So thanks, Dom. We're going to share the tip that you mentioned today here on Kook Shed. First time ever. Yeah, so monumental moment for us. So here we go. We've got a Cymatic. Right, so the crux of the previous video that Dom contributed to, commented on, I was talking about how I use this leash anchor method on my boards, because I've got a few different boards and a few different leashes, and I didn't want to be taking leashes off and on different boards all the time, and so I come up with this thing where I've got one of these loops, one of these little loops on every board that I've got, right? So you can get them at surf shops for a few bucks, or you can make them yourself out of some strong sort of nylon. So they're just a loop that's knotted there, and then you thread that through the little recess around the anchor pin. So you thread it through. Now if it won't go through easily, I just use a fin key and I'll just push it through. I'll just push the start of it through, and once it comes through I sort of catch it on the other side and then pull it up. But that's another video. All I'm getting at is I have been doing it like this. So I loop the knot through the loop that came through on the other side and then pull it tight, right? So I do that, and then on the rail saver of your leash, of your Legrope leash, you undo all the Velcro parts that sort of normally go like that. So you take them off. I know that's not done up straight or anything, but you get the idea. You open it right up and you get that little recess, and I'll do it this way. Alright, so you attach, I put this around the knot, that's just how I like to do it, and so the knot is tucked away in there, it's not going to get in the way. Sometimes it comes out, yeah. So then you put your other overlapping part down on that, and then you've got that closed as well. Right, so that's sealed up, and you've got the little knot inside there. Right, so great, fine, what's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with that, but there's only one piece of the cord going through the rail saver of the leash. Now that's fine if you're not surfing waves that heavy, or you know, you're not putting that much strain on your equipment. But what if you want a little bit more strength? Well, this is where Dom's comment comes in handy. So I have seen it done before. I just never really got in the habit of doing it because I started as a bodyboarder mainly, and we used to have to do it this way to get the leash on more easily. But because this is a surfboard, we don't need to put a whole massive bicep leash through that little loop. What you can do is sort of get both ends up out on each side of the pin, so that they're both ends there, right, and they're both equal lengths roughly, and then you do the same thing but this time through both loops, right? So you're going to run that rail saver velcro through both loops. Okay, now it is a little bit bulkier, sort of, there is a bit more to sort of loop through and everything, but, and hopefully I can do this right first time for you. So we're doing the same thing, sealing them all up, 1, 2, 3, all the little layers of the leash rail saver, right? But now what that's done is, I don't know if you can see it, but there's 2 sets, 2 loops going through that rail saver now, not just one like before. So you've pretty much doubled the strength of that attachment there between the rail saver and the board. So much so that, you know, that might put actual fair bit of pressure on that pin, but both ways are going to put pressure on the pin, so I shouldn't have even said that. But yeah, what a cool idea. Now I have seen it done. The only reason I sort of haven't been doing it is because when I, sorry, I can do this again. When I take my leg rope off, which I do, I take my leg ropes off my board most of the time now, for reasons stated in other videos. So when I do that, if I was to leave these 2 sort of sitting like that, I don't know, it's less secure for me, as in you might lose that little, I'll put that down so I'll stop playing it. I might lose that if it's just sitting there like that, so that's why I've just been doing it like that and pulling it tight. That way that's just going to sit fine. But yeah, so it might be easier in that respect, but yeah, if you like surfing heavy waves, big waves, or for pardon me, for whatever other reason, you might want extra strength in that around that leash plug, you can try this method. Give it a go. So there you have it, folks. A little tip sent in by a viewer that I think is very valid, very handy, and might serve you very well. It might be the difference between you keeping your board on you or losing it to get washed into the rocks and damage. So yeah, thanks Dom, thanks for sending that in or commenting and sharing with us, and I hope that it's going to help other people out there, and that's what this channel is about. So yeah, I'm really happy to be sharing that tip, and hopefully there'll be some other ones. So if there's any of my vids that you see something on that you can share a positive way to improve that method or to improve that tip or whatever, if you have an idea or a suggestion that you think might help us Kook Shedders, if you think that you can benefit us, by all means let us know. Share a comment.